think this is the funnest step, where you are and why. Am I looking here? Am I looking there? Do you know what I realized? I've been forgetting to tell people to subscribe to my channel. Hey guys, Abby J here, and I'm really excited to talk about getting over yourself today, because getting over yourself is one of the fundamental keys to success. I emphasize that F a little hard. Let's get started and let's break down the term. So, getting over yourself, what do I mean by this? It's actually the term I like to use for getting over your inhibitions. And inhibitions is just a really fancy word for your inner fears, like your worries and your reasons for holding yourself back from doing something. So these worries and fears can range from being worried that you'll look super silly in your YouTube videos, or that you will fail at something that you try. And so this is the reality, is that if you don't get over yourself and get over these fears, you're not putting yourself in the pathway of success. Because if you don't try, nothing is going to happen for you. If you don't ask that person on a date, if you don't try that new sport, if you don't sign up for that class, if you don't go to a workshop, then you're not allowing yourself the opportunity to find your strengths, to find new passions and talents of yours, and to ultimately be successful. So getting over yourself, your fears, and all your inner worries is fundamental and like the first step to changing your life. So how do you do that? And how do you get rid of these fears? Because they're so innate and they're so a part of us as human beings. But here are two things that I have found that have helped me. First thing is to remember that people are kind. They really, truthfully, honestly are. I know in our minds we have this image of us up on stage and people throwing tomatoes at us when we sing a wrong note or we do something completely wrong and we look like an idiot. And we have this idea it's going to be in the newspaper and broadcast for the whole world to see. And that's not true. People actually want you to do well. They want you to succeed and they want you to be your best. Think about it like this. When you watch the Olympics and somebody loses, do we boo them off the stage? No, people love somebody to cheer on, and they'll cheer on you. So don't give in to this idea that people are mean and vicious and are going to tear your dream apart. Now, the second tip, I'm kind of laughing because it sounds like an oxymoron, but it's a legit tip, that people don't care. And I mean that in the nicest way possible. Yes, people are kind, but they don't care enough about a random stranger or, a friend of a friend or whoever you are to them to remember your failures and your times that you floundered and times that you sang the wrong note or played the wrong key. People aren't going to remember. They're so busy with their bills and their jobs and their kids and their pets and their dreams and their ambitions that they're not going to rehash all these miserable experiences that you think are being played on a jumbo screen constantly over and over again. We care more about what these general people or our peers think, when really we need to care what we think. And so those are my two tips for you for getting over yourself. It's a fundamental thing. It's something that we all have to come to terms with. And the sooner you do it, the better. So remember, people are kind and they want to cheer you on. And two, nobody's going to remember your mistakes because people tend to not care about remembering every detail of your life. So keep those in mind. Please use them positively because getting over yourself is going to open so many doors for you. Abby out, and have the best day ever.